All right, coming up next, a welterweight tilt between George St. Pierre and Kamaru Usman. All right, so here he is, the Nigerian Nightmare, and you can also now call him the UFC welterweight champion. He had to go 10-0 in the UFC to finally realize that UFC belt, beat Tyron Woodley, and establish himself as the standard at 170 pounds.
And he never lost track of what was out in front of him. Even though he had to win 10 fights, Kamaru Usman understood that he would do whatever it took to become UFC champion. And when he got that opportunity, it was the wrestling, the cardio, and the ability to follow the game plan set out in front of him by Henry Hooft and Greg Jones that allowed him to blank Tyron Woodley on the scorecards and win that welterweight championship. Unbelievable performance by Usman.
Truly one of the hardest workers in the game, and if you watch that Woodley fight, you get the sense that it is going to take a Herculean effort for somebody to dethrone the new hunted at 170 pounds. Well, DC, like Frank Sinatra, this man has done it his way. The former UFC welterweight and middleweight champion, George Rush St. Pierre. A lot of people believe pound for pound, DC, GSP is the best they've ever seen.
Yes, because he was able to mix everything together so well. When he was fighting a wrestler, he was able to keep the fight standing. When he was fighting a striking specialist, he was able to take him to the ground. His jiu-jitsu and just his full-on MMA game was something that we had never seen in the UFC before. Won the UFC championship at middleweight after being away for 4 years. Just showed how special George St. Pierre truly is.
In terms of MMA application of wrestling, no one has done it better than George Rush St. Pierre. Our tale of the tape for this welterweight fight. GSP is 6 years his senior. The reach is identical. And now to get us started, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, Yves Lavigne. And now, this is the moment UFC fans around the world have been waiting for. Live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas, it's time! 5 rounds in the UFC welterweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a wrestler holding a professional record of 20 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Boca Raton, Florida, Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. And now introducing his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a mixed martial artist, holding a professional record of 26 wins, 2 losses. He stands 5 feet 10 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. Fighting out of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, George Rush St. Pierre!
Okay, guys, protect yourself at all time, obey my command at all time. If you want to touch left, do it now, go back to your corner. You ready?
All right, so the fight is now underway. On one side, we have a fighter who does everything well, taking on a true grappler on the other side. It's going to be interesting to see how long he can keep it up there.
I mean, Damian Maia may be the most specialist type of grappler in the UFC. This guy resembles him in a number of ways. Let's see how he manages this fight against a guy that can do just about everything inside the octagon.
Mixes it up nicely in terms of staying heavy and also staying active.
Good stick.
And they separate.
I mean, he's cutting it down to size with these beautiful leg kicks.
All right, he engages in the single collar tie. the right hand. He's just out of range with the big right hand. Single collar tie now.
Look at him chopping the wood. Chop the wood with those leg kicks. Nice strike.
All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Usman's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling.
Right hand punch in the clinch.
Misses with the right hand.
Oh,
Nice pop there from the crowd as he finally gets the takedown. He stayed committed to the offensive wrestling, and now he has his opponent where he is.
a sigh of relief from the people watching because they were tired of watching him flail around trying to get takedowns and get defended over and over again. Finally gets it. Now what does he do with the top control?
Oh, and he connects there. His hands look good tonight.
So fast. I mean, this guy has tremendous hand speed.
Nice 1-2 there. Well, he's looking for that left hand, just out of range, though, with it.
Big leg kick land. Liver kick.
A lot of power on display from Kamaru Usman as he lands yet again there.
Kamaru Usman showed in the Colby Covington fight, not only is he the best welterweight in the world, he may just be the toughest welterweight in the world because he went through the fire in order to retain that title.
Visibly limping here. All right, single collar tie now.
Powerful leg kick lands.
Usman gets the takedown here late in the round. It's a strategy you see from a lot of high-level fighters to try to sway the judges late in the round.
He loaded up on that right hand, too.
Both fighters hanging down in the pocket and both landing. Still there, he could be in trouble.
He's in trouble. He's hurt bad. He doesn't know if he's in the outcome or his mama's house for Thanksgiving. Dude's hurt. Serve him up. Go get him. Knock him out. The fight's done.
Well, he had a lot more than a puncher's chance coming in. Big knockdown for him in the previous round. DC, talk us through the highlight.
He got in his opponent's face, landed that big punch that put his opponent flat on his back. He couldn't get the finish, but if he lands one more time just like that, he will get the victory.
I need you to go out there and knock this dude down again, all right? This time, let's close the deal. Let's finish it up. Let's get out of here, all right? Set him up.
You ready? You ready? Fight!
Oh, significant strike attempt there, but a huge block. Try to establish that jab.
What a beautiful takedown.
GSP gets up. He is the hip toss as he takes him down. Now we'll see what he can do with it.
Right into side control.
All right, he's sort of hanging out here unguarded, DC. Not sure if he's trying to bait him in or what, but not great body language here. Both fighters get up now, and they separate.
Big kick lands.
Really good body kick. Oh! Whoa!
What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. He deserves this moment. Go finish this fight.
Knee to the body. And he lands a punch there. Pretty good connection by him.
Great connection. He's in great flow right now.
Usman's lower jaw very swollen now. Time to bite down on the mouthpiece and move forward. And he comes through with a big knee.
That knee hurt him.
Oh, straight right. Well, he's really starting to land a high number of strikes.
Oh, he's in trouble. He's hurt bad.
Back to the feet. Oh! All right, he'll engage in a single collar tie.
Ooh, big shot lands.
Oh, an obvious limp there. His leg hurting for certain. Oh, single collar tie here. check the high kick. The 1-2 punch is true.
Double leg shot.
Oh, slams his opponent to the ground. GSP gets up. He is back on the feet here.
Big punch from the clinch.
Usman gets hit with a kick. That one here looks hurt.
He needs to start looking to finish now because he's got his opponent hurt very bad.
He goes in and secures the takedown. Seconds left. Back to the feet. Oh, big left hook there. Oh, collar tie. 2 rounds in the books. All right, so a big knockdown in that last round. DC will show you the replay. Nearly had him out of there.
He almost had him out. He had him gone. He hurt him real bad. He thought the fight was over. But the night will go on. The dance continues. Will this be the final dance?
Deep breath for me. Good. Relax. Take a drink of water and listen.
You ready? You ready?
3rd round underway. Well, just as he did in the previous round, he continues to connect on a high volume of strikes. And a good sign, too, doesn't seem to be slowing down. The best head kick you'll ever see.
You don't really stand after you take a head kick like this. That is such toughness to even be on his feet right now.
Oh!
Oh, that was a really nice takedown.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Whoa!
Oh, he's hurt bad. He's hurt bad, John. He's got to press him. He's got to go chase that finish down. Oh, he got him real good, too.
Oh, that one snapped the head back. The referee has seen enough. Winner by TKO.
He mercifully stopped the fight. A great stoppage and a great performance by this young man.
So a big win for him here tonight, and an even bigger statement made by virtue of the TKO.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Yves Levine has called a stop to this contest at 1 minute, 20 seconds of round number 3. Declaring the winner by TKO, George Rush St. Pierre.